Welcome back, everybody. Let's play Sweating Up Square Fantasy Nicktoons Globs of Doom. I forgot we had a boss fight to do before we moved on, but that's fine. Still gonna finish everything up this episode, I promise you. It's the tallest in video game form. Fighting the tallest is a strange idea, isn't it? Anyways, fighting these guys is kind of weird. And you basically have to be... Well, basically you can't be Zim, because Zim isn't really capable of neutralizing the attacks the way you need to. Try not to be too close to your partner whenever that thing is attacking, because it will hit your partner just like it's Zim. It will do damage. Not a lot of damage, mind you, but will do damage. Also, don't bother trying to stun them. Just use whatever attacks you feel are appropriate to actually do damage to them. Bah. And don't get hit by projectiles like that, I guess. There you go. If you really must, you can just heal up during this fight too. If those get pickups on either side. Same, stop that. Purple, come on. Why are you running up there? Oh, red. Your aim's a little off. One thing that does bug me about this fight. Try to get a good view of it in a moment. Purple's eyes are red. I don't know why Talus Purple's eyes are not purple. Just couldn't bother coming up with another texture, I guess, even though they had purple clothes. That seemed proper. They also just look really strange in general. How blocky their heads are. I can't tell if that's really better or not than the weird conical head Zim has in the console version. Oh, whoa! Oh crap, I forgot that this started. Okay. So unfortunately, you also get to where you kind of have to switch over to Zim. Thankfully, their hitboxes are really generous. It's really easy to hit them. And something actually hit them multiple times, it seems like. Yeah, nice. It's okay, Zim. Toss probably won't forgive you, but whatever. They have some nice sprites though, I'll give them that. Hey dude, they also have proper eye colors now. I mean, he was already masquerading as an earthly worm baby. Budget holiday. I think it's more of a holiday from budget than a holiday on budget. Oh yes, the notorious Irkin customs that for some reason even the tallest have to go through. Why do you have a mouth? So, the presentation of the antagonist is a little bit different in the DS version than it is on console. Does it really matter? What is with Yug 2 and lasers getting shot into eyeballs? This is a repeating incident. How did you guys get here? Not exactly. Okay, when it says any pair, it doesn't mean any two you like. It actually just means any of these pre-selected pairs. So your teamwork is just any random two characters. There are probably some characters I'm more convenient to use than others, but everyone's accommodated for in some capacity, I would say. I like being Dib, so let's have a Dib. That was a worthwhile cutscene at the end there, or at the beginning there. Yeah, so Zim can use this thing. Jimmy, of course, can fly, and he has charging stations on either corner. You get to see lots of Toho-esque bullets flying around everywhere, which is grand. As much as I like being Dib, as I was saying earlier, it's actually way more convenient to be Jimmy, I admit. His flight is incredibly useful here, I would say. Also, having to use the platform seems to be really annoying. Having to actually have the platforms move and whatnot. So, oh, come on. Oh, so Jimmy will be. And when applicable, Dib. But that's not very often. Okay, he also goes invincible for a short moment before using that projectile attack. I don't know why. Oh, I can actually hit you from here. He gets really picky about you hitting him sometimes. I can't tell if it's just the game being unhappy with hitboxes sometimes, or it's actually because he's charging up that attack that for some reason makes him invincible. Oh dear. Okay, I didn't really intend to take damage there. In case you didn't know that I was trying to avoid getting hit. Why is there some doing the left side but not the right? Nope, I'm trying to go elsewhere. I'm trying to explore. Leave me be. Okay, there's a ceiling anyways. Not sure what the point of that is then. Come on, dude. Again, like last time, there's money in case you ever really want it. And not money, there's stuff you can buy with money in case you particularly want it. Having a tough time with the fight. Pretty sure Jimmy's special attack does deal extra damage. I remember having an easier time with this fight the first time. I don't really take as much damage. I don't know why I remember taking less damage, but I do. There's something of that nature. I don't remember almost being dead, more specifically. It's a really predictable pattern, so I should probably just not be almost dead. I should probably be running right then. Crap. I realized it was coming, I just didn't really do anything about it. Okay, let's see if Dib has any particular talents. Yeah, that's not all I need. Oh yeah, if I just do that here, that'd be great. Oh, come on. Oh yeah! Yeah, I forgot about that. Dib can actually use his special attack on that giant circle, whatever you want to call it. I think that was probably what made this fight easier the first time. Also, yeah, that's not the end. Let's have Jimmy pick that up. Okay, so I think what happened was I switched over to Dib for this part of the fight, and that was when I discovered that you can deal with the giant circle of death with the Dib special attack. Oh yeah, this does this a lot. It's not something I like. Please stop touching me. Also, yeah, I forgot, you can also sometimes get lots of hits in at once, which is nice. Jimmy is trying to defend himself and it's not working. Yeah. There's something strange Dib can do. Like that. Oh, come on. It's a very close fight. I'm not gonna kill my partner. Come on! And without much fanfare, Dib just kind of zaps it into submission. Oh yeah, SpongeBob was in this game. We didn't really see him at all except for the opening because of the odd formula of this game. Also, what is that on the top screen? So just a big galaxy, I guess? It's shaped in a way that video games like to portray black holes, but doesn't seem to be the case. Somehow this game manages to make the motivation even more out of nowhere in this game than it did in the first. Or rather, in the console version. And SpongeBob's response is... such an excuse plot, it's beautiful. Don't be happy to be yourself, just imitate other people. Also, it's a Gur. Because that's the cameo that we needed. I don't like the way his sprites look, I'll say that, but... Also, why does the Massive have that button? Well, you have fun with that shit, Gur. A softie that was still trying to kill us, but... and basically everything. And how exactly do you plan to go anywhere without the Massive, dude? Thank you, Technus. Still my favorite source of dialogue in this game. And look, it's time for credits, with random, repeating images of Globulus looking like SpongeBob, with a bow tie, which I admit is kind of amusing, the bow tie. Anyway, so, forget talking about this particular game itself. This is the end of the entire Nicktoons series for me. It took bloody long enough, I'll say that. It wasn't even because I was particularly fond of the series, because, well, I'm not. I just kind of got on board and decided I've gone so far I ought to keep going, and that motivation got stronger and stronger as time went on, to where I got here, and now there's nothing more to do. I'm pretty okay with that. I'm not unhappy to have played this series. I was actually really happy to find the occasional gem, especially in particular the GBA version of Battle for Volcano Island. That was actually a game that I value in some capacity, that I would actually recommend to a person who likes platformers. That was cool. No other game in the Nicktoons series would get that kind of recommendation from me. Even my favorite, that being the console version of Attack of the Toybots, or at least my prior favorite. My new favorite is probably the GBA version of Battle for Volcano Island for reasons described prior. But what did I want to accomplish with playing this through? I guess I just wanted to, for one, explore all there was to be seen of a series that had a lot of different entries of very variable quality. A number of games in the Nicktoons series are just straight up shovelware. Some of them, very few, but some of them are actually kind of fun in some way or another and can actually be worth playing. This game was not one I was particularly great with, I don't think. Not one I particularly loved, and I don't really know why it was on the DS. I don't really think there was any reason for that at all. The map was pretty much, for the most part, not that useful at all, and there was no reason to ever use the touchscreen at all either. So it was, you basically could have made this for the GBA, it will work just as well. But I'm not particularly concerned about that. I got to see how sometimes games are not what you expect them to be, sometimes they're a lot worse than what you expect them to be. And, well, you just never know what's gonna pop up until you try it. And with that, for some reason I want to say that I've always felt like there would be a lot more to say when I complete this series than that. But throughout playing all these games, I've already listed off reasons. Hey, Robert Lemon, I always like seeing your name here. I've already listed off reasons for playing through the whole series and given different thoughts at different points in it. And those thoughts have progressed, they've changed over time, and now it's just kind of, well, I did it. I don't have much more to say than that. Hellenberg, Hartman, Davis, Vasquez, yeah. So, in that case, with special thanks done, and all that, without much fanfare, just like how this game ended, and how most games in the Nicktoons series end, this series of Nicktoons will end with very little fanfare. I originally started this series because I thought it had one or two decent console entries, and that's why I played the earlier games, namely the original Nicktoons Unite, in order to get to that, despite not really thinking that the original Nicktoons Unite was that good. And then I just kind of went, hey, there are more versions, and people kept telling me different things about the different versions of this game, and well, things went from there. It was really interesting, I will say, getting to see so many different incarnations of the same concept. Having 3 different versions of the original Nicktoons Unite, and 3 different versions of Battle for Volcano Island, 3 different versions of Attack of the Toybots, all the same premise, but all executed in very different ways. It was interesting to see that. Not usually in very impressive ways, but it was something. I believe I explained this, but in case you wanted to see it firsthand, what the collectible items do, those stars you can pick up, they give you cheat codes. And you can still enter cheat codes manually if you want, but they will tell you the codes outright if you pick up previous secrets. There's some interesting things. All enemies are resistant to whatever. Enemies have no resistance. Some of them are just kind of cheaty, make the game easier. A lot of them are quite the opposite. Everything becomes a lot tougher. Like this one. Yeah, a perfect run. That sounds like a fun way of going through this game. Certain enemies are stronger. Must touch the glasses, and that's it. So not a lot. That's how it is. So I don't know if you guys really particularly enjoyed this journey with me through the Nicktoons series, or if it was just kind of, what is this? Simply that I was feeling most of the time. Either way, we're done. What am I going to move on to next after this? I'll have to think of something, because this was my series to default back onto if I couldn't think of anything else to play whenever I had to start up a new game, but we'll see. Oh well. See you guys wherever we end up. Just probably not another Nickelodeon related game for a very, very long time, because I just don't have anything else that I feel would be worth playing. See ya.